Hey guys, my name is Sanjay and welcome to the Engineer Wannabe YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at a very special watch. My first time taking a close look, at least, at a Panerai. This is my friend Marcus's Panerai Luminor Marina PAM113. Or the correct way, I guess, to say it would be the Officine Panerai Luminor Marina. I don't know. I just love the Italian accent. So, pardon me. I don't mean to offend if anyone is offended. Anyway, this is a giant beast of a watch that I cannot pull off or wear, but we will talk more about it in a little bit. First things first, I do want to quickly mention that you are infinitely valuable. You are precious. You are worth it. A great price has been paid for you, and I do hope you know that. You're valuable. You really are. You really are valuable. And on my wrist today is the Grand Seiko, the SBG 257. It does look a little too big for my wrist right now. I'm super close to the camera. For what that's worth, it's fine. It's fine on my wrist. I keep telling myself that. No, it really is fine. But yeah, look at that green dial. Alright, lens distortion, guys. That's a thing. That is a thing. Ask my friend Amin. Okay, so let's talk about the Panerai. The PAM113. And this is the white dial version of the Luminor Marina, which means you don't get that sandwich dial goodness from the matte black dial with the old radium kind of loom, the patina loom. This is different. It's really different. So you got the indices, which are in Arabic numerals. You got loom pips on every index, and the hands are loomed. Everything is in a very monochromatic kind of style, which is unusual to see, especially for me, at least. It's very unusual for me to see all the numbers on the dial. But that is what it is. This is Unitas-based movement here. You can see it is a display case back as well, and it looks really good. I don't know if... I mean, obviously Panerai has done some additional finishing to the movement, but I'm not sure how much more. I know the Unitas pocket watch movement is pretty well finished in the to begin with, but let's talk about the dimensions here. This is supposedly a 44mm Panerai, but I can't get that measurement because it has this cushion case, the signature Panerai look, if you would. So I think from here to here I get 45.5 millimeters. So it's not really a diameter because this is more of a square squircle thing going on here. So that is, I take that for what you will. From here to here it is 45.5. It is 15 mil thick. I don't know what it is, but it really doesn't feel that thick on the wrist. I'm not even going to put it on my wrist. It is so comical, but it doesn't feel 15, but it is. It is 15. Luck to luck, I didn't measure prior to this video, so let me do that right away. 52.5, around thereabouts. So yeah, it does look hilarious on my wrist, and the lug width is 24 mil. My friend Marcus here, again, thank you Marcus for sharing this with me, has a bunch of Panerai straps. I haven't quite had the chance to swap them out. Time has been kind of scarce. So some more interesting things about this watch. Also, pardon my lack of knowledge. I've spent a lot of time researching Panerai, but clearly I don't know very much, because I do feel inadequate talking about this watch. But let's talk about this crown guard, the signature crown guard. It is replaceable, which is interesting. And if you take a look at the finishing of this watch, it's all high polish, right? But the crown guard is brushed, and that makes so much sense because when you're winding this watch, you're going to be rubbing up against that crown guard, and you're going to leave a bunch of scratches. Inevitably. You can, I don't know if those are scratches. Actually, it just looks like a bit of, let me clean that up there. So inevitably you're going to leave some marks on that crown guard, and so they decide to brush it. It seems like a simple thing, but you'd be surprised at how that can get missed, at least from what I've seen out there. So brush crown guard and this interesting lever crown lock. It's really cool, very ingenious. So it's kind of like a cam, I guess. There's no spring going on here. There's just or it doesn't feel like there's a spring. And there is, there's no spring. There's no pushback or anything. So there is a little cam-like thing over here. Once it goes past the point, it closes in a very satisfying way, and that compresses the crown, or pushes the crown in, which compresses the gasket and makes this watch 300 meters water resistant. So 300 meters, that is very impressive. Not a lot of people go down to 300 meters in depth, and it's a very impressive solution to a problem. So the problem is that these watches back in the day, I'm told, back in the day, that Panerai wanted to make a very affordable watch for the military, and so they resorted to using hand-wound movements rather than automatic movements. But the problem was with dive watches, the crowns, the threads were always mangled up, or because of being unscrewed so that it could be wound for the day, and that would happen multiple times in a week, I'm guessing, or maybe once a day. The operator would have to unscrew the crown, wind the watch up, screw the crown back in. Obviously, that's a lot of wear and tear on those crown threads. So the solution here was to have something this simple. This is like the engineer's dream. It is so simple and so effective. So you can keep using that manual wound movement, which this is, and you don't have to worry about messing up the threads on a screw down crown, and you maintain water resistance because that gasket is compressed, filling in the points of water intrusion. It's just so good. Amazing piece of engineering from back in the day, in the 30s, I believe. Maybe it's a bit earlier, but very cool history, very cool heritage. The other thing, I've been thinking about heritage a little bit because of this watch, and I'm kind of conflicted because I do like military watches, and I do like the stories and the heritage of military watches, but Panerai hasn't really grabbed me so far lately. But I'm kind of seeing the charm that spending time with this watch has, and of course pondering on the thoughts of the virtues of Panerai, has kind of warmed me up to the brand. I didn't have a very good outlook on Panerai. Talking a bit more about the brand here, I didn't have the greatest respect for the brand because when I got into watches, there was a lot of controversy with Panerai. There were maybe this is just stuff that's, I don't know, propaganda in a sense, but there was the whole movement is not quite in-house, but they claimed it was in-house. There was that chronograph movement, which is apparently that's happened a few times, I'm sure. Periscope has a couple of articles on it. There was some big blow up, media blow up, social media blow up, whatever. And the thing is, over time, it just tarnished the name Panerai to me, and made it seem like an untrustable brand. I don't know if that's completely fixed yet, in my mind at least, but I can see the charm. And I do wish I could pull this off. I'm not going to put it on my wrist when especially when my wrist is this close to the camera, and it's already causing a bunch of lens distortion, or making this watch look ginormous on my wrist. I'm not gonna put this on the wrist. One thing I will do is a Tim Mosso style loom shot. Nope, that's not gonna work because my camera corrected for the light. Oh well. Anyway, guys, this has been a few moments with the Panerai Luminor Marina PAM113. Really cool variant of the Panerai Luminor. I'm really grateful to you, Marcus, that you lent this to me so that I could spend some time with it and enjoy it. See why everyone is super hyped up about Panerai. And would eventually like to try a 42mm version of, was it the Radiomir? Or something like that. But I would like to try more. Alright guys, take care, stay safe. Remember, you're infinitely valuable. You really, really are. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye everyone.